I was in school to play basketball. I wasn't trying to be a doctor. It's hard to talk about the NCAA rules and everything that happened in the past because I've just been focused on practicing and getting ready. I was trying to reach my dreams, and that's to play in the NBA. It's second nature. You just get out there and play basketball. Once I grew from 6 feet 1 inch to about 6 feet 6 inches, by that time I was going into 12th grade, and that's when I started wanting to play basketball, because, pretty much basketball players always got the girl. I think we're all pros. If we go out there and just play basketball the right way, everything is gonna work itself out. My dad used to play basketball, now he gets to see me in the NBA Finals. I either run or try to play basketball every day. My goals have gone from being an all-star to just being able to play basketball. I always took for granted that I could play. Now I know what a gift it is. I play basketball probably 4 to 5 days a week when I'm back home. I live to play basketball. Growing up as a kid, Bill Russell and the Boston Celtics were my favorite team. The way they played, the teamwork, the sacrifice, the commitment, the joy, the camaraderie, the relationship with the fans. I might go my whole life stealing money. I got paid to play basketball, which is a scam. I get paid to watch basketball, which is a scam. I think it's a travesty that the NBA can't just tell these guys to play basketball 2 days in a row. It's just a joke to me. We flew commercial, and we were able to play back-to-back. We don't do things we aren't good at by nature. I wouldn't play basketball because I'm only 5 feet 1 inch. Find what you enjoy, whether it's racing, flying a helicopter, being a doctor, or stitching clothes together. Once you've done that, you have the passion you need. Honestly, with me, as long as I have a park to play basketball in, I'm pretty cool. The only reason I went to college was to play basketball. I injured my knee and couldn't play. I enjoy listening to classical music and heavy metal. I play basketball and try to go diving at least once a year. I don't really have hobbies in the traditional sense. I engage in too many activities already through the actions of my characters. I love sports. When I'm not playing, I'm watching, reading, or otherwise obsessing about them. This probably stems from growing up in Indiana, where if you didn't at least attempt to play basketball, you were considered of dubious moral character. When I watch kids play basketball, they don't know how to think the game. They know what it should look like, but they don't know why. I'm not playing for other people. If I start thinking in those terms, I would put too much pressure on myself. I play basketball because that is what I love to do. In a t-shirt and basketball shorts, that's just my go-to. I'm ready for a workout. I'm ready to go play basketball. I'm ready to go dance. I'm ready to go into the studio. It's my get-up for anything. I can get it dirty, which is fine. I can sweat in it. It's fine. It's nostalgic because it's what I wore every day as a kid. I play basketball. I play center, and if you haven't watched me play, I'm not a regular big man. I can move my feet. Not saying I can stop anyone out there who's in front of me, but trust me, I can really be a problem on the perimeter guarding somebody. You can play basketball and have a magic night and score 40 points with your teammates and win the game. There are favorites for the World Cup, but you can't guarantee Germany, Spain, or Brazil will win. But here, everyone can guarantee that Mercedes or Ferrari will win the race, and this is very sad for the sport. I think probably one of the coolest things was when I went to play basketball at Rucker Park in Harlem. First of all, who would think that Larry the Cable Guy would go to Harlem to play basketball? And I was received like a rock star. It was amazing. There were people everywhere. There were guys walking by yelling, "Get our done." Sure, I like to win when I play basketball or board games or video games, but my day isn't ruined if I lose. I'm always up for a rematch. In all seriousness, that's something that's nice about maturing. If I went out to play basketball with other kids, when I came home I'd shower and go right back to the computer again. If there was a birthday party or a family activity, I would take my laptop and spend the whole day there. The only way to condition for basketball is to actually play basketball. Charles and I go back since college. None of us thought this would happen, we just wanted to play basketball. This is the highest honor that can ever be paid, and it's mind-blowing. I'm pretty athletic and I play basketball a lot. Joy comes from places you least expect it. It's usually the simple things, like watching my son play basketball or going through Central Park when the blossoms are blooming. I like low-maintenance girls, but at the same time, classy. She needs to take care of herself, but also be a girl who isn't afraid to get sweaty and play basketball, so it's cool if she's a tomboy. You're really motivated, you want to give your best on every possession, and you just play basketball. That's the best way to play basketball. I mean, I miss basketball. I didn't get to play basketball as much as I may have wanted to, but yeah, I miss baseball for sure. I've got 5 grandkids. They play baseball, they play football, they play basketball. I go to all the games. You always have that urge to say something when you're watching them, but I've learned to keep it to myself. I've blurted out some things and embarrassed myself. There are only so many hours you can sit on the bus and watch TV or play basketball or whatever we do to pass the time before we go out on stage. When I was growing up, we used to play basketball in a park that was never shoveled when it snowed. The basketball rims were never fixed, and we understood then that there was a relationship between public policy and our quality of life. I believe that whatever we have, regardless of a trade being done or not, I feel we have a shot. I've just got to believe that we're going to be all right. I've got to just play basketball. I just go out there and play basketball. I'll let everything else handle itself. For example, Michael Jordan earns $100 million a year but continues to play basketball and remains a modest human being. It's one of those things where it's not something you want to do. Nobody wants to retire from basketball. You want to play basketball forever. Retirement is admitting to yourself and everybody else that, I can't do this job anymore. For me, that's not a celebration. I play basketball on Sundays and I'm a very spiritual guy. I read a lot of Eastern philosophy and I meditate. I was texting with someone the other day and they asked me a question: what would you do if you didn't play basketball, or if you didn't play baseball? What would you want to do as a job? My answer was, I've never even thought about it. Our idea of fun wasn't going to Disney World. It was, you want to play basketball, go outside, and make a goal. You want to play baseball? Take the old broom, take the handle off, take a tennis ball that we found somewhere, and go play baseball. We were forced to create things. Kurt Cobain and Courtney Love talked trash about the fact that I hoop. I once stopped to say, hi before a show, and as I walked away, Courtney yelled, go play basketball with Dave Grohl. As for middle school, I had a really horrible era of style. I'd only play basketball with the boys during lunch, so I went through a phase of only wearing Lakers uniforms to school. That was cute. And then I kind of went through the Puma phase that everyone went through with the sweatsuits, which turned into juicy couture sweatsuits. I played softball and basketball growing up. I really wanted to play football but both parents said no. I was mad for a second, then got over it. Now, just because I'm tall doesn't mean I can play basketball. I was way better at swinging a bat. When I was young, I never dreamed about winning a national championship. I didn't even play basketball. But I was tall, and long, and had large hands. I was made for the game. It found me later in life, compared to most collegiate athletes. I want everyone to know, you can play basketball in Canada and you can still get to where you need to go. Something I like to do a lot is just sit by water when there's a current and just stare into the water. I don't fish, I don't hunt, I don't scuba, I don't spear, don't boat, don't play basketball or football. I excel at staring into space. I'm really good at that. Men from my tribe in Sudan, the Dinka tribe, are very tall, so you could say I was born to play basketball. The thing I like about my body is that it's strong. I can move furniture around my apartment. I can ride my horse. I can play basketball. It's a well-functioning machine. I don't play basketball for the money. It was the last thing I thought of when I was a little kid. Visit our website for more quotes, quoting.com.